Hope you guys had an amazing Boxing Day and you had an awesome Christmas, and now all that's over. We're coming into the new year, and this is usually a time where people start to feel a bit depressed, like the things they haven't done, they haven't achieved, what they haven't, you know, it's just you tend to reflect more than look to the positive, and it's so easy to think negative than think about the positive things and where you are, and just so much things go into that. So I thought I should just make a video. This would be like a two-part video, so I'll make one now, I'll make one just before New Year hopefully, and I'll make one after, which we'll be on a journey together, so that should be a good one. Because even me, like, I look back, and if I feel like, if I have like a shitty day, or if I don't feel particularly, something's gone wrong, and I just start analysing things, I start analysing where I am and what I've done, I necessarily don't feel that happy or proud of myself as well, but it's just like in that moment. But then there's a lot of people that take that little moment and just their whole life is like array in disarray, and they're just not happy with anything. But what we tend to do a lot is like focus our successes on materialistic things. So maybe we don't have this, or we haven't done this, or haven't done this, on like materialistic things, whether you want to move out, whether you need a new car, whether you want to go on this holiday, whether you want to buy a bag or whatever. Those stuff are easily achievable. Like, you can always do it, you can do it, like there's no reason why you can't do it. And if you haven't got the money now or the funds now, no one can't determine what will happen in a month's time, or 2 months, or 3 months, or only you can push yourself. Do you get what I mean, to get to that point? But it's achievable. But what people seem to fail to look at is sometimes personal development and personal growth, and how far you've come as a person. And it's so easy to knock yourself on what you haven't got, and what people have done to you, and what you've allowed people to do to you, or people that have come in and out of your life. But no one actually gives themselves that much credit for that happening and you still being here today. Like, there's a lot of people that can't tolerate stuff like that, and can't tolerate having a bill, or having a debt, or having even a parking fine, or having someone talk bad about them, or not having friends, and being lonely. And there's a lot of people that, you know, have not lived to see tomorrow because they didn't have as much faith in themselves, and they took things a different way. Like, a lot of people take things worse than others, and I can't sit here and determine what's worse for someone and what's not. I can only do that for myself as personal opinion. But like, I just feel like if people should just concentrate on personal growth, because no matter what you've gone through, or how much you've hurt, or how much you've cried, or you may have broken up with someone, or you're pissed off because you slept with someone that you wish you didn't, or you've given your time to someone, or you've wanted a boyfriend and it's just not happening, or like you like someone and it's not progressing, or you wanted a new job, or you wanted to be promoted and you're just stuck, you want to move out but you're confused, you just so many situations. But those are things that we are being tested at, and it's how we handle them. And the fact that you are here today, even watching a video like this, if you are, it shows that like your own personal strength, and the fact that you've handled it and you're still here. And you may be thinking about it in your head, but the fact that you're still here is the biggest blessing ever. The fact that you're here, you're healthy, you're living, the fact that you do have a job, the fact that you do have these problems, the fact that sometimes you need to be thankful that you do have problems, because without problems we wouldn't know personal development, we wouldn't know how to get through things, we wouldn't have growth. If everything was so perfect in life, how would we learn? How would we know our own strength? How would we know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate? How would we know how to live in a society where people are not going to be nice to you, where things are not going to be handed to you, where life isn't easy? And that is the joy of life, because that's what creates achievement. So you should be really proud of yourself for how far you have come, and look at next year as another set of goals, but set of doable goals, because sometimes we just go out of our way to set these unrealistic goals for ourselves, and then when we don't achieve them, it's just like another year gone, and it's just like, you know, it's another way to feel depressed because you didn't do it. But if you just set personal development goals and underachieve to overachieve, so set something little and then it like that, you can always overachieve, and then you can always challenge yourself little by little like that. Don't go so high and think, oh my god, I need to do this, I need to do this, because when you don't reach that, you're going to be so depressed and so mad at yourself, and it's not needed. Like, what are you trying to prove, and who are you trying to prove it to? Because you don't need to be setting unrealistic goals for your own personal self. Just live. Like, that's what we're here to do. We're here to live, we're here to grow, we're here to love, and we're here to learn. So there's stuff that you might not have achieved this year, that you might not achieve next year or the year after, but everything's a personal development, and your time will come, and part of it is your right timing, and part of it is you making it happen. So you really have to believe in yourself that you can accomplish anything. Someone's hurt you and you're not in a space right now where you can think clearly, or you feel like the pain's ever going to stop. It will stop, and you will become a greater person for it. Trust me. You think that you're not going to meet someone and you think it's never going to happen to you. You will, but it all happens with the mind. If you keep thinking negatively like that, you're only dooming your own destiny. Like, what you do now, your actions and everything you do now really does play a part in your future and how you develop and how you grow. And it just really plays a part in your future development as a person. So always remember, maybe a goal could be, I'm just going to be a bit more wiser when I'm speaking to people. I'm going to go for jobs that really do challenge me a bit. I'm going to just set minimal goals, but achievable goals, so where they still challenge you, but it's not anything that you can't achieve, because only you can see where you see yourself, you know. And what we do sometimes, we focus so much on what we want and where we see ourselves, like this idea, this perfect picture that we create for ourselves, and when it's not achieved and when we're not there, we beat ourselves up about it. Like, how comes I'm not here at this point? How comes I didn't do this? How comes I should have done this? I should have done this. It's should have, would have, could have done. But only you are setting those unrealistic visions for your own self, instead of just living and naturally growing. You know, literally live day by day. Have your plans, know what you're aiming for, but don't pressurize yourself so much, because that pressure can lead to stress, and that stress can just lead to stuff that are a whole load of negative and make you depressed in yourself. And the easiest way to take out any hurt is on ourselves, and if anything, or for a lot of people, is on everyone else. So like, you need to get into a place where you're not putting too much pressure on yourself, but you're still challenging yourself and you're still living. Like, people come and go, things happen, shit happens in life. You know, not everyone you're gonna meet is gonna be genuine. Not everyone that you know now is genuine. Not every job that not a job that you're in now may not be a job that you're gonna be in next week, next month, the next year. Like, a car that you have now might not be. Everything changes. Life is a constant revolve, and you have to be subject to that change, and you have to be open to that change for you to really and truly see the beauty of life that is owed to you, that life that you should be living. Because once you really are open to change, you kind of just open to a bit more freedom, to be honest. Because it's just like, okay, this is going to happen, this is happening, your life starts taking you in paths, and you start discovering things about yourself, and you start learning things, and you start going in ways, like, life takes you in a direction that you never ever thought would ever happen. So always be open to change, whether it's someone, whether it's a job. Always be open to that change, a new look, a new hair dye, like some contact lenses, I don't know. Just always be open to change. Don't be scared of it, because I feel like being scared of change can always leave you in a rut where you feel like you're not progressing. But you can't progress if you're not open to change. If you're going to be someone that's always stuck in their ways, how do you expect anything to change for you if you're not going to be open to change? See, if you truly want something, the one thing you have to be subject to, open to, is change. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Shit happens in life, and things don't always go the way we expect it. That's why it's not always good to really plan. It's always good to have a vision, but it's not always good to really plan, because things never work out the way that you plan them to. Things just happen. I mean, you can want something, you can say, I want that, and it can happen, but it will never happen in the way that you plan it to, which is why you shouldn't put so much pressure on being so precise with everything in life, because life isn't like that. It's not. You would get to anywhere you want to get to, but it might not be in the way that you plan, but you would only be open to that if you're open to change. So don't limit yourself when change is concerned, because if you're open to change, you wouldn't see things as bad as they are, and you would appreciate a lot more, you would see a lot more, you know? That's just a mini message. I don't even know if that made sense or if I was just blabbering on a bit much, but I hope it helps someone. And till next time, guys, I've got a haul coming up. I want to try and do a lookbook for you guys. I haven't done a lookbook in ages, and my last lookbook did really well, so I want to do a lookbook for you guys on the stuff I bought in the sales. And I've got a few unboxing videos coming up, so yeah. Anything else you want me to talk about? Someone mentioned my university experience, which I'm definitely going to be doing, but I'll do that for the new year. So I'll probably do it like, that'll probably be one of the first recordings I do in the new year. And if any of you want to know anything else, just put it down in the comments, or you guys know you can message me, Wet Like Sweat, on all social media, no spaces. DM me, snap me, well, not really Facebook, because I really avoid those messages, to be honest. But yeah, and you guys take care and have a lovely evening or day, or whenever you're watching this video, have a lovely something. And always remember you're beautiful. Always remember that you're blessed, and always be thankful. Even when you find it hard not to be thankful, there's always something in life you can be thankful for. I'm going now because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry in life, innit? Jeez.